Victor comes back.
Victor left.
He comes back to you over the radio.
Oh, okay.
Part of me is disappointed to hear you say that. You would be valuable assets to add to Battletown, but you guys want to do your own thing, you want to do your own thing, that's fine. Doesn't mean we can't take advantage of the situation in another way. We operate a lot of trade out of Battletown, and we are more than happy to add your settlement into the trade network, shall we say. We have a number of items that we have available to us. We have things that we are looking for specifically.
We'll be more than happy to trade with you. Can you give me that list?
Certainly. He'll transmit a coded message that comes up on the display on the radio itself as a text message.
Okay.
All right, I shall place it in the general chat. It probably would be a good idea if somebody reads this out.
I'll do that.
Somebody who can speak English.
For sale.
So,
steel girders, basic pistols, light armor, 10mm rounds, .32 rounds, microfusion cells, food, fertilizer, weapons workbench, armor workbench, robot workbench, common materials, uncommon materials, rare materials, and a badly damaged Mr. Handy robot.
We already have one.
Yeah, exactly. We will buy. They will buy water, drugs, 2 times most bullets, 10mm bullets, microfusion cells. To also selling common materials, uncommon materials, and rare materials. I want a Brahmin.
Brahmin aren't on that list.
Okay. What does the value in brackets means?
The value in brackets is how many of the thing they have available at this moment in time.
So steel girders 30 caps each. We can buy 10 if we had 300 caps.
Correct.
How many girders do we need?
Yeah. I didn't think we needed that many.
You need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You need 8.
How many have they got?
10.
How many caps do we have? Wait.
That's a good question.
You'll be disappointed.
I've got 112 down.
112?
Yeah.
Morg has
We're
5
so
caps on him.
Right. Well, I'm.
There was a big bunch in top of a treehouse.
I mean, we can go back and pick up we can go back and see what's left of the fucking place because
charcoal. It's a lot of charcoal left.
We have wills.
That is still a tradable material.
We could trade some common material back to them if we really want to buy something right now. We have like a bunch, and they sell 1 cap per material.
Right. So before we jump on this bandwagon, lads, 2 things. 1. We've got this little doohickey to throw up somewhere. Yeah?
Oh, what's that?
We've got that transceivering thing that you fixed.
Yeah, okay.
So we've got that to do. We have got an amount of caps between us. I can't remember how much we found between our fucking around and adventuring.
112.
Plus the 5 that Morg have.
We've not got enough to buy four girders, and in all fairness, right now I don't think the girders are as important as getting this little doohickey up somewhere tall. Yeah. So, the next thing to do is, what do we actually need? And I've got a question for you. I'm just going to go up to the tax on the radio and go, what's his name again?
Victor.
Victor, Joe here over here at Hope. Have you got
Hello, Joe.
Have you got any repairmen over there?
Yeah. What do you need?
Some of us may need some of our equipment repairing. We haven't got any workbenches at the moment to do it.
Oh, well, lucky for you, we have workbenches available for sale.
I have noticed that. Okay, so
Oh, what we will happily. The engineers here at Battletown will happily assist you in repairing your gear without any difficulty. But you'll obviously have to come to Battletown in order to do that,
that's fine.
and they'll obviously charge you for your time for their time.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
If I may, like, Hale, I don't have the thing open about the workbenches. Like, approximately, how much does a workbench cost? Not the requirements. How much does it cost from materials to get built?
I can tell you. I have it open. Which workbench are you talking about?
Is there like a big difference between them?
Yes, there is.
All right, let's go for the weapon one then.
Weapon workbench requires 10 common and 14 uncommon.
Do we have any uncommon materials?
No.
No. So
14
14 uncommon.
Higher 40 scraps.
140 caps, yeah.
Plus, then there's the uncommon materials.
I mean, I'd argue it's not a bad deal to buy a workbench for 200 caps.
Okay, I'll tell you what. We don't have 200 caps though, but I'll tell you what I will do.
No, we can sell our common caps, common materials, some of them, to like we can sell like 80 of them to just have enough 200 caps to buy the workbench.
Hold that thought. First thing I'm going to do, can I use a speech check to get a bit of information out of Victor?
Depends. Ask what you're saying.
So basically, what I want to know is, like, I'm going to tell him about the radio situation and ask if...
Tell me about the radio situation. Do this as an actual conversation because I want to know what you're saying to him.
So, Victor, we are currently in a process of... We've got a booster for our radio so we can find things, but we need somewhere either really tall or another point that's high, that's higher than the trees to help boost the signal and work out where things are via radio. I was wondering if you'd be able to help with that.
Are you asking me if you could place your device at Battletown, or you're asking me for information about the local area?
Both. By both, like, if you'd be happy for us to do it at Battletown, that gives us a reason to come up sooner, get some of our gear looked at, spend some caps, work out some trade with you guys to get it delivered. If not, then it's a trek out somewhere else to get it placed somewhere else for us to do that.
Sure. We would not be adverse to placing your device on top of the factory.
Okay. What's it going to cost us?
What does it do?
Signal.
It boosts the signal for our radio and helps. I believe you said it helps us triangulate radio signals. Mm-hmm. So if there's something else coming in, we can like help ping a location.
So we're talking about effectively renting a space on our roof then, right?
I'm going to look at John and I'm going to go, this is kind of me going, yeah, mate. And also, if you need any information from what we get from this, of course, we will be happy to share it with you.
Okay, that's
some of the price and stuff.
That makes a difference to me. That really does make a difference to me. And your reputation precedes you. Ken's really been talking you guys up.
That's nice, but in all fairness, all we really did was the bare minimum. We turned up, we helped, we left. It's the bare minimum.
Okay. Rich coming from Joe.
It's humble.
No, Rich coming from Joe on the ground that he disappeared halfway through the combat.
He reached for the platform, dropped his gun, dropped down, left.
His fucking
the bare minimum.
If Morg was there, he'd be like, "What is Ken saying?" But he's not there, so.
Okay, I am prepared to. I'll do you a deal.
Okay.
I will not charge you for the rental space on top of the factory.
Right.
We'll get your this device is put in place on the understanding that you will share intelligence with us, and you will agree to a regular trade caravan coming to your settlement.
I can agree to a regular trade caravan coming. I can't guarantee we'll always buy something from it, if that makes sense.
We don't expect that. We will turn up with things, and it is an opportunity for you to be able to take advantage of if you wish to.
That is perfectly wonderful. We will definitely take that. Do you need me
Fine.
to make any kind of roll?
Hmm?
You mean make any kind of roll? Or
No,
just...
no. You've done it without having to make the roll. That's perfectly fine. I will need to know where your settlement is.
We already told him.
You haven't.
No, we haven't. I'm gonna look over to John. I am gonna give him the location.
I'm pretty sure we did. He
Before
said
I
like
give him the location,
there's nothing there.
Hang on. Before I give him the location, can I give him the location via the same method he sent the information to us? Do we have that ability?
With the text.
Yes, you could send it as a. You could send the coordinates to him. Yes.
I will send the coordinates via a tech expert to you.
Okay.
Tech expert.
I am sending the message of where our location is.
I don't remember which one of you two are the tech expert.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. I'm there, so I'm doing it.
So we will send a caravan to your settlement every fortnight.
Should we warn them about that monkey thing? No, that's fine.
Yeah, actually. Speaking of that, so you're aware, when we were on our way to get Ken, I'm literally going to give him the details of the situation of what I saw, of what we saw. I'm going to say we didn't interact with it again. We don't know what it is. But
Okay, let me stop you there. We have heard more than enough about this story from Phillips. I don't need to know any more about it.
You're aware of it. That's fine.
I'm fully aware. Phillips talks about this non-stop when he's in his cups.
Right.
Nobody's seen this thing but Phillips.
And us.
We did.
So you say.
Okay.
I've heard a number of traders coming through Battletown reporting these sort of things. These traders tend to be chemheads. I have a good feeling about you guys at the moment. I don't want to start thinking about you in the other way.
That's fine. That's fine. Right. So that's
the final piece of information I need to know from you guys is are you interested in a trade now? Setting up a trade now? If you are, do you want to collect it or do you want us to deliver it? If you want us to deliver, it's going to take us 3 days. If you want to collect it, it's on your time schedule.
Why don't we chip in, buy a weapons bench, and go and collect it, and we can drop off the transceiver at the same time?
Can we carry that on the vehicle?
Yeah, the vehicle will carry that.
I'm so glad I've got barter 6. Or is it 5? 5.
You can barter the prices.
I'm going to try and barter the prices down. I'm going to try.
I just need to know a list of things that you're interested in purchasing, or if you're interested in asking about other things that may be on the list that you're interested in, or may be not on the list.
How long does it take us to get to Battletown?
That depends.
On the vehicle.
Okay. How long does it take? Is it at the safest rate?
At safe speeds, it'll take you a day to get to Battletown.
Okay.
That's driving at a reasonable speed on the broken roads between your current position and Battletown itself. You can do it quicker,
but it comes with risks.
That's
fine. Right. So we can take a slow, steady fucking roll up there, guys, if you want, and then we can, if we need to, we can get it delivered. We could also send them. We could actually. Is it better to ask them to send someone over? And then I'm kind of screwed with this one, guys, because we've got. I'm not on the radio for
this. Okay, why would they not? Why would we want them not to send it on their own? Why would we say, I'm gonna pick it up from there?
Because with all due respect, there's only one. Actually, one of the things I was actually
If I may, sorry to interrupt you. I'm sorry. I'm very, very conscious of the fact I'm cutting you off there, Rack, and that's very rude of me. I apologise, but I think it's important to point out if you intend on buying food from them, the quicker you get that food back, the quicker it gets used. The more people you have available to you to be able to build other things. So if you look at it from a settlement perspective, and you're planning on buying food, that is maybe a time-sensitive thing. If you're thinking of purchasing items that are required for the existing quests you have access to, that's a different matter. Workbenches are a different matter.
Right.
It's just more if you're interested in purchasing food than anything
I'm
else.
literally going to put the radio to my shoulder. I'm going to go, right, let's actually prioritize shit.
Well, you have to press a button to transmit, so
okay,
that's
cool. What do we actually need? Not want, need. We want a weapons workbench. We can go up there and get the weapons fixed. It'll cost us money. But
What about the next time you get your weapon destroyed?
I'm well aware. However, what I'm asking you is, what do we need?
I'm arguing with you that we need the weapons workbench is what I'm doing.
Right. Okay. Cool. Right. Hands up in the air. Do we need the weapons workbench?
Just as a brief point, do you need to purchase a weapons workbench, or do you need to purchase the uncommon materials so you can build your own weapons workbench?
No one's got local leader.
Then no one has the local leader.
Okay,
yet.
my apologies.
And 140 caps is only for the uncommon materials. There was also some common materials used as well.
10 common materials, yeah.
So it's 160 caps to build
But
it.
no,
versus...
we've got loads of common materials.
Yeah, we've got loads of common materials. We can sell them common materials. The problem
So
is...
it's 140 to build it once we get local leader 2.
And
blacksmith,
and blacksmith or gun nut skill.
Right, well,
okay.
give me a second. Give me a second. Let me check what I've got. Perks. Quick hands, intense training twice, skilled and tagged. Right. You are looking at 2 to 3 levels before it happens.
If you do it all on your own. Or you get or you get local leader 2 and I get gun nut.
Well, I can get local leader 2, but that's still going to be 2 more levels from now because I took tagged to tag my barter skill.
Okay.
Like, is that worth 60 caps? Or 80 caps, or no, 60 caps?
Right. I tell you what we can do. I can make some bartery bullshit rolls, and I can see if I can get the price down on the workbench. But I do think Hale's comment about the food is right because we need more people free to do other things. Yeah. And my vote is. Go on.
No, I'm down for food as well, but like, I think weapons workbench is a really important part that we need. Like machetes and weapons break all the time, and we can make mods so we can be more powerful in combat.
Right. Okay. Hale,
can you when you barter, can you see if they've got a Brahmin they will sell us? Because that produces food.
Right. Let's see what I can do, or I'll see if we can get our Brahmin studied to produce another Brahmin.
They take a really long time to do that.
I'm aware, but it's an option, is it not?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So. Right. But okay, Battletown. So this is what we've got. We are interested in a weapons workbench. We are interested in whether or not you have any Brahmin for sale, or you've got any Brahmin that you could stud. We've got one over here.
We could part with a Brahmin.
Right. So what's that? What?
But they're valuable.
I'm aware they're valuable. That's why I'm having the conversation. So I know if we can afford it or not. If we can afford it, then we're serious. If we can't afford it, then we're going to have to wait until we can.
I'm going to need at least 150 caps.
Right. So I'm going to roll. Can I roll barter now?
You can, but he will also be rolling barter.
That's perfectly fine. That is perfectly fine. Right. How many action points do we have, lads?
Full. No, five.
Right. So
we actually have 5. Yeah.
I'm going to roll barter. I'm going to use an action point for an additional dice.
Yeah.
Does anyone else have good charisma?
Before he rolls, wait a second. Like, what is he bartering? Like, is he bartering only about the Brahmin now, or in general?
About the Brahmin.
About the Brahmin at the
Alright.
moment. The next one is the weapons workbench.
I'll have 4 charisma. I can't help
I've got
you now.
7 charisma.
I got
Right.
4 too.
Right.
So,
Morg has 5.
Right. It's not just about what your ratings are. You have to explain how you're helping. So it doesn't necessarily have to be using the same dice pool. You could be helping in a different way. But what I will say to you is, you're still trying to help someone have a conversation over a radio.
right. At that point, then leave this one to me, lads. If it goes well, it goes well. If it goes badly, you can blame me.
Yeah, Morg could
'Cause you're gonna blame
intimidate
me
if he's
regardless.
in person, but he's not. So
Absolutely. If you were in person, it might be a different matter. But over radio, it's a little bit more personal between the two of them. Unless you can think of some other way in order that you can help them out. If you can be creative and come up with a way you can help them out.
Well, actually, there's a really valid point. What do you guys actually need
Do it all in one go.
in the battle roll?
Yeah, you could do it all in one go if you want to.
I'll give it a go.
Brahmin, weapons workbench.
Right, I'll spend a point for an additional dice.
Brahmin.
Can you spend luck for additional dice?
No.
Right,
Work.
it's fine.
So Brahmin is currently 150. Weapon workbench is currently 200. So you're currently talking about 350
Book
caps.
delivery.
Hell, how does the counter rolling for bartering work? Like, can't he actually raise the price on us?
Yeah, potentially.
No, he's telling you the price that it is. There's now going to be a resisted roll. If Rack wins that roll, depending on how much what threshold he wins that roll by, will adjust the price down. It's not going to go higher than the price that he's quoted you in the first instance.
Unless I roll really fucking badly.
Yeah,
If you
what
get
he rolls
complications, he'll add tax on.
add more action points.
How many more? Because I've already got one additional dice.
I'm going to warn you. I'm spending action points as well.
You can spend 2 more action points.
Yeah,
that's the most you can do.
That
Sorry.
would be 3, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Three
That's
action points will give you
dice.
2 extra dice. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I've done it.
Right. That is the same that I'm spending as well.
How many do you have, Hale?
6.
I'm going to spend a luck point.
That's good.
I'm going to spend a luck point and re-roll at 19.
Okay.
I'm down to 1 luck, guys.
Oh my god.
What do you... He really wants that Brahmin.
I really
5 successes is pretty good. Are you sure you want to do that?
I want
Too late.
6 successes, motherfucker, which I've got.
6 successes.
Okay.
Because I don't know what you're going to roll. I don't know how your skills. I've got to give this my best.
I've got 4 versus your 6.
If you get 2 AP back.
Why has that done that twice?
On the bright side, we don't have to invade the settlement and just take everything.
I am not doing that.
So I got 4 versus your 6. So we
I
will
mean,
not...
shouldn't the first one count? Don't want to
Don't
be a
be a
douchebag. I mean, okay, fine.
Don't be a
So
dickhead.
one moment, please.
If he re-rolls that now because of you, I'm going to stab you.
He's
But-
not re-rolling that.
The first
Don't
one
be-
should count. I'm sorry,
don't-
this is how we did it the entire time.
Don't be a dickhead. Goes both ways.
Take it in the middle, Hale. Go for 3 successes.
Or there's also, like I said, the vote to invade the town.
Yeah,
Okay,
on
so
our quest to
he-
find Ken.
So you guys go back and forward. Him talking about the high quality of his his items, you talking about how, but there's other towns that could sell it for different prices, like, or you were talking to a trader not long ago that was going to go, and it bullshits backwards and forwards, and what Victor has been previously quite standoffish is not the right word, but kind of gruff with you guys.
Yeah.
He comes alive during this conversation.
Right, so he loves a good barter.
You drive him down, though, and you drive him down by 20% of the price. Right, so he is prepared to let you take a Brahmin and a weapons workbench for 280 scrap.
Caps, yeah.
My apologies, caps.
But
Well,
caps.
I mean, much of a muchness, because he will purchase common materials from you at one cap a go anyway. So if you wanted to just give him 280 common materials, he would happily accept that.
Right, so we'll do that.
Okay, before anything, did we get any AP back from this?
No. Well,
Okay.
I'll give you a chance, right? If you decide you want to take an action points worth of, back onto your total, then it will be 10% or 0%, depending on how many action points you want to take back.
No, it's fine. I'm just asking so I can know how many action points we have.
So we haven't taken any action points back because that's not being a dickhead both ways.
Okay, so.
Okay.
So, what was the
forget-
final price?
280.
That's not the final price, because before I forget, my gun needs uncommon materials to repair, and we do not have any.
We have uncommon. Oh, you mean uncommon? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
True.
How many?
Depends. Are you coming to Battletown, or are we bringing it to you?
We're going there.
I think so.
Okay, if you're coming to us, then you can make your own deal with the engineer.
Right, that's fine. Right, so we will load up, bring you some materials and some caps, because we're going to have to pay in two forms of payment: common materials and.
Well, you know what we will pay for things, so that's
we
fine.
Will bring that. We'll bring a little bit extra, and then we'll see what else we've got.
Okay.
Speaking of which, do they buy guns, guys? Because I haven't got the right thing up at the moment.
It's not on their list. They'll buy bullets.
No, they don't buy guns. No.
They'll buy most bullets. They'll buy for every 2 bullets you want to give them, they'll buy it for pay 1 cap. 10mm bullets they'll buy for 1 cap each, and microfusion cells they'll buy for 2 caps each.
Right. Okay. Cool. Answers that question. They do not buy guns, but they do sell them.
Drugs they will buy for 20 caps each.
Do we have any drugs?
Water they'll buy for 5 caps each.
Medex.
I got
Psycho. Healing Salve.
I got
Buff Out. Daddy-O. Mentats.
Oh, we've
and
actually
Radaway.
got drugs.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So we can go sell the drugs there if we're not planning on using them, guys. But you need to go look through what they do and see if they are worth keeping. I would think Medex is worth keeping.
So, what did I say we had? Medex +3 physical damage resistance. Psycho +2 damage, +3 resistance. The healing salve heals 2 hit points. The buff out reroll 1d20 on strength and endurance +3 max hit points. Daddy-O -1 to perception and int test. Mentats reroll 1d20 on int and perception. Radaway diluted heals 2 rad damage.
Right. I would say the Daddy-O would be worth shifting, as would the potentially be the Mentats. The healing stuff needs keeping. The Psycho, the Medex is always good for jetting someone up for a good combat round. And I'm going to look at the fucking super mutant and go, example, because if you're on the front line, it's always going to be. Yeah, actually thinking about it, putting a super mutant on Psycho. Could you imagine that?
No, Psycho Jet.
Oh my god!
You'll be all hyped up
How
on.
fast can you make that voice sound deep and fast?
I mean, we'll just
I
go
don't
over there
know.
and see what we need to complete the
take some
transactions.
gear. We'll take any spare guns that we've got. Yeah, just in case, because you never know. I may be able to bullshit barter it in the time while I'm there.
We have like 2 pipe pistols or something in the settlement.
Automatic type pistols. We have shite.
Back on the radio.
Yes, Victor.
Joe,
Yo.
this Brahmin you want,
Yeah.
how are you transporting it?
That is a great question. That is a great
Will it
question.
not fit on the trailer for the bike?
It will, but you won't all fit on the trailer for the bike with it.
Right.
Okay,
So they're
so
going to
how
have to
much-
deliver.
They're gonna have to deliver the brown.
No, you can take it, but it means it's going to take you 3 days to get back.
Probably right. We'll come over, set everything up. What we might do is we might get you to deliver them. So I appreciate that's going to cost more than what the base price that we've agreed.
No, you did us a favor. I said to you, we will send a caravan to your settlement. That's already taken care of. The first time, that's already taken care of. We've done a subsequent deal where we're going to be sending a trade caravan to you every 2 weeks. There is no cost to you for that.
Right. Well, in that case, then what we'll do is we'll come over, pay the bit, see if we want to get anything else, and we'll get loaded up for the first time it comes round. Potentially, unless we need to take something back with us there and then.
Fine.
Right. I will get ready because there's some bits that we're going to need to sort out. We need to have a chat with a couple of the guys around the town, and then once we know what's happening, we can come over and we'll make any additional deals that we need to make while we're there.
Okay, when should we expect you?
I would
Yes.
say within 2 days, if not sooner, depending on what we decide needs to be dealt with before we ship out.
Okay. When you approach Battletown,
Mm-hmm.
do me a favor. Our guards can be a little trigger happy.
White flag on a stick.
Fly a red flag.
Oh Christ. Okay.
Fly a red flag. They'll know that you're invited.
Right. Okay. Okay. Yeah, how are they with ghouls?
They won't care.
That's fine.
I've
Right.
met. We trade with all sorts of people in the wastelands around here.
Right. No worries. I'll have to well, we'll have to meet up and have a drink.
People are people, Joe.
Ask them if they have fighting pit.
No, we'll wait till we get there.
Okay. Morg make money. Make caps.
I know Morg would make money. I also know they'd say no to Morg because Morg would beat everyone.
Need tie hand behind back?
Okay, I'd actually pay to see that.
Did you say tie hand or tie head behind back?
Die a hand behind back.
I can't say.
And that's when the psycho jet would be like.
Okay, there's nothing else you guys want before I leave you to it.
Not that I can comment on without speaking to everyone else.
I can't interest you in a special deal.
Ooh, always tempting. Let's hear your special deal, sir.
Yeah, what's special deal?
We had a robot that used to travel with the caravan.
Mm-hmm.
A Mr. Handy robot that was called Dr. Accommodation. He got badly broken up in one of the raider attacks, to the point where he's damaged beyond repair from our engineer's perspective. I don't know if you guys have better engineers than us. He's pretty badly off, but he doesn't turn on at the moment. I couldn't tell you what's wrong with him. You might be able to get him up and running. You might be able to use him for parts. I know that you've got a Mr. Handy robot. So maybe spares.
How about this? When we come over, we'll have a look. I presume his skill set was medical?
Sure, yeah. He used to run our clinic, and he used to run with the caravans, and that was one of the services we used to trade out. He's useless to us now, but
Right. Well, I'll tell you what. When we come over, because the 2 tech guys are coming with me, they'll have a look. If they think he's fixable, yeah, they'll tell you. And if we can fix him, you can do us a favor down the road, because medics are always important.
well,
If we
let's
can't,
see.
we can't.
Okay, let's see. Good. Okay. Fine. We'll look forward to seeing you in a couple of days then, Joe.
All right.
It's been good talking to you.
I enjoyed the negotiations.
Yeah.
Been a long time since I've had someone who can push a hard deal.
When you get here, we'll sit down and drink.
And that's probably when I'm going to fall over under the chair.
We'll see.
Right.
Billy's moonshine's pretty strong.
And when the radio is safe, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm going to look at them and go, like, which one of you fuckers wants to pass out and die for me? Because I don't want to do it.
Me drink.
Actually, no, I don't get poison damage. I can drink for a fucking...
Yeah.
That's a good point. I can drink. I don't get poison damage.
Quite so.
Right, so... Between you guys, you need to work something out now, which is really important. When we are there, we have the opportunity to pick up food. Which is one of the things that Hale was saying we needed. And it's one of the things I forgot to add in the conversation. Because
It's something that is an option for you to be able to purchase food rather than rely on
Yeah.
what your current
You guys
thing
need
is.
to work out what you need. I'm going to go and just sort a couple little bits out, like a cup of tea and,
Yeah.
and I'll let you work that out.
Okay.
So if we buy them food and they don't have to forage, what else would be like super important now for them to focus on?
Well, the other thing to take into consideration is that if you're buying food from them, you could use that food to sow more crops.
Yeah.
Yes, they have gourd and carrots.
Which is different from the crops that you currently have. Because you have razor grain and...
Could we take razor grain with us and trade so they would get a crop of razor grain and we would get a crop of carrot?
Maybe, yeah. But if you take it out of the settlement doesn't have it to eat.
So before I run off, my question is, do you know how you distill alcohol by putting alcohol in a vat, lighting it on fire, running the steam through a tube, cooling the steam down, and then you get, a spirit out the end, depending on the... You get my point. You get the principle.
Rat gives us a brief understanding of how the distillation process works, yeah.
Can you do the same with irradiated water to get clean water, or does it not work that way?
Yes, the boiler that is currently built into both of your robots does exactly that.
Right, okay. Can we build a bigger one that's manually run on materials from the forest down the road to purify water? Because we're going to be short on water if not.
You already have one of those things. It's the water purifier that you put the filter into before. It does exactly that.
Yes, wonderful, but it does
Can
not...
Can you build another water purifier? Yeah, 100%.
What's it going to take to build another water purifier?
Bear with me, caller. I will tell you exactly what the costs of that are.
Because we need one for the crops, is what I'm saying, guys.
A water purifier, standard water purifier, needs to be placed in water itself. It requires a repair rating of 4. It requires 4 uncommon materials and 19 common materials and takes 4 days to build. Or, that's one person building it in 4 days.
So we need 4 uncommon materials.
4 uncommon materials. And that will produce... it requires 2 power and will produce 10 water by itself. Or you can build an industrial water purifier, which requires science 1, the science perk 1, the science skill at 3. It takes 6 days to build, 14 uncommon materials and 36 common materials, and that requires 5 power and will produce 40 water.
How the requirements?
You've got the requirement.
Yeah, I have everything from the requirements for the.
So how much uncommon material do we need?
14.
Right.
So why don't we get that on the way back? and then we can
Bear in
plant
mind,
much
lads.
water.
Bear in mind the amount of common materials we have, because we've got to work that out for everything we're bringing back. We need to bring back something to grow, and we haven't thought about the power situation and how long that fusion core will last.
You know, Phil, I think you know that it says 11% on the readout, but the core that you think from your assessments that will probably last for about a month,
Right.
based on its current usage.
So if we add in a water purifier, industrial, we are going to be dropping down. So when we go there, we need to find out about a fusion core at full power, or with more than 11% in. That is something that we need to throw onto a list somewhere.
Or you have the other alternative is don't rely on a fusion core and build extra power.
Yep. Okay. Cool.
So you could quite conceivably, instead of relying on that fusion core, you could, for example, build windmills, generators, etc.
Right. So if you guys work out that math of what we need, material-wise, and what we've got, and how much money we've got, that's probably going to be a smart move. So we can get the additional food in to free people up to do other things. Yeah. And with the second Brahmin, we've got food and water. Food and water?
Yeah.
It produces one food and one water.
When that turns up, that frees up a person potentially, but we've just got to work out what we work out. Right. Be right back.
What do you want to say, Phil?
I've completely lost train of 280, yeah, for the Brahmin. Yeah.
It's 280, I think, for the Brahmin and for the workbench.
And the workbench, yes.
And the workbench, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
How many caps have you
Chris,
currently got?
Chris,
Sorry.
what are microfusion cells?
They are small batteries that are usually used to power energy weapons. Tarkus's laser pistol uses microfusion cells. It's basically ammunition, but they can be recycled to use in other ways.
They can't be used to charge a fusion core.
No.
We are using them, though, to power the vehicle.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Currently. You think you could retrofit it so that it would run off of a fusion core and never have to worry about fuel ever again?
Yeah, we're not exactly swamped in fusion cores, though.
You're not.
Okay, so we've got 112 caps, yeah?
117, according to Moog.
Okay. So that leaves us 163 short. So we've got 260 common materials. So that would leave us with 97 common materials.
Sure. You also have drugs that you could sell, and they will buy drugs at 20 caps a unit.
I mean, I'd say let's bring all the uncommon materials and have also the drugs on hand. We're probably gonna spend even more about stuff there.
Yeah.
Just bring the uncommon materials just in case.
Okay, we currently also want 14 uncommon materials, don't we?
That's for what? Remind me again.
Was that not for a water purifier?
Yeah, if you want to build the 1 second, the industrial water purifier, which will produce 40 water, that will require 14 uncommon materials. It will take 6 days to build. So it requires 36 common and 14 uncommon. It takes 6 days to build, or if you had 6 people allocated to do it in a day, it requires the Science 1 perk and the Science 3 skill.
That's 140.
So effectively, Tarkus would have to lead that. And then if you get 5 extra people working with him, you could have that built in 1 day.
Can we sell water to him?
He will buy water at 5 caps per unit.
So am I reading this right?
Sorry, go on.
So am I reading this right? We have like 15 units of water right now.
Yes, but you need 10 per day.
Yeah.
All right,
So
like but like the purifier will do 10 like not in time to pass the check.
Yeah, so the way that you're currently running at, the water purifier produces just over enough water for in fact enough water to supply 10 people in the settlement. You also have additional water being created by the 2 robots and the Brahmin. So you're effectively producing 5 extra water per day.
So how much can we take with us to trade without
5.
5? So we should take 5 water as well to sell.
That's 25 caps extra if you wanted to do it that way. Plus, potentially another potential bargaining role might get a
Chris, we've got a robot mod which is an integrated boiler. Does Prometheus already have that?
Yeah, I have it.
Yeah.
I wonder what that's
And
worth.
good boy.
Hang on, if we've got an integrated boiler mod, can we not convert that for someone to manually use?
No, it has to be installed in a robot.
It costs 15. 15
It's
caps.
15, does it?
Yeah.
But they're not buying it, I think.
Yeah, that's true.
No. You don't know if they're buying it. They weren't selling a Brahman until we asked.
Okay. No. They have a list, and they don't say robot mods under will buy.
No, but Rack's right. This is like a general list of things that they will buy, but they are prepared to make other deals. Like, for example, Brahmin weren't available for sale. He has made one available for sale.
Also,
it's not impossible for them. Sorry, Vic.
Also, it could be that if we fixed a Mr. Handy Robot, but we can charge them 150 caps for doing so.
I won't charge 150 caps for fixing it. I'd say you owe us a favour at a later date. I think a favour is probably more important, personally, because it might be that we need food, on really short notice, because something goes wrong, or we need something that no one else can do. Like, how we fix the robot? Can you do us a loan of X, Y, and Z?
Yeah, I understand that. I was talking about as in so we can get more stuff on this trip is what I was getting at. But,
I think the idea is to get the robot and fix it and have it for ourselves.
It's an option.
It is an option, but I'd rather if it's their medical robot and they have no medical thing.
No, they're selling us to us. Like Victor came from the side angle. It's useless to us. Do you want it?
Yeah. But what I'm saying to you is, if we get there and their doctors are shit and we fix it for them, we look better.
Okay.
And still charge them a fee for it anyway because they're charging it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. You have your point. We're hearing bad for caps right now. I don't think we can afford to say, "Oh, you know what? This is a favor."
Yeah, but you're forgetting something. While we're there, I have a plan.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that because why would I remember that?
So, while we're there are some things that I want to get. Information is one of them. As somebody who has been alive longer than you, what do you know about prospecting?
I guess you're gonna tell me.
Well, what do you know about it?
Tell me then.
So, you ask about where old cities were, you find a building, you go in, you hope you don't die in the process, and you get the shit out of it to sell.
Okay, so if we're going to do this, we need to fix a robot for 0.
Not necessarily for 0, but there's bars there and trading places, and I'm social enough to have a chat around with everyone. However, the player character's mouth, on the other hand, is not very helpful.
There's a reason I described you in the introduction as someone who is very good at talking himself out of, and quite often into trouble.
Alright, I've done that at work today. I've pissed loads of people off. I need a grey. I don't have a fucking light brain now, do I? Oh.
Or think that we should get Gordon Carrot too.
So, have we worked out what we're doing? Or is that a great question that is to be answered by a responsible adult?
You
We're
think,
confident that the settlement can carry on foraging, etc., successfully far away.
Kinda.
All right.
I mean, if we're not building anything, he will put everybody on foraging, apart from those people that aren't
Farming.
foraging.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's
Shouldn't
pretty.
we explore the thing we haven't explored in the settlement, because maybe there's something valuable there that we can sell.
There is a door that you haven't opened yet.
Yeah, maybe there's
there
or
is no
materials
yet.
or a workbench.
I mean,
Okay.
I
Can
mean,
we see if the card... Sorry, Pierre. Can we see
Yeah.
if the card opens the door? And if the card opens the door, then Battletown can wait. Because God knows what we'll find behind it.
Okay.
Right.
we told them anyways it would be like in 2 days or something. So we
Yeah, and we can do it
realistically
in
have
one. Yeah.
we realistically have like 1.5 days to do this.
Right. Let's do ourselves a favour. Let's go do Battletown. Yeah. And I say let's do Battletown because it's going to be a day there if we take it slow. Half a day if we skiffed up. Have we got a red flag? Have we got something we can use as a red flag? And have we got something we can use as a red flag, guys?
I'm sure we find some red material and a stick.
Or some white material, and Morg will find some way to paint it red.
Okay, so important question number 1.
I think
Red flag.
I think what the guys are saying though, Rag, is that maybe there's stuff in the basement that might be valuable to take with you to Battletown.
Oh, I totally agree with that. I also think there is things in the basement that might kill us.
Sure, there could be. Or it could be
We can
a
probably close
trove
the
of
door
bottle, bottle caps.
Yeah.
It's 5 of us now.
Yeah.
Cough, cough.
Okay. Listen, Rag. You told them we'll be there in 2 days. We have like a day at least to kill. Like, why don't we open the basement, see what's there?
Okay. Guys, I'm just going to take a very quick break.